Here is my electric grandfather clock. I decided to make the grandfather clock electric because it is a lot more practical than a mechanical movement. The electrical movement keeps accurate time and you do not have to wind it up every 8 days. Also, the electric movement allows 3 or 4 melodies to be played. I prefer the Westminster melody. Also, the electric has volume control and even has a night switch where the chimes will not chime during the nighttime. Another reason for electric is the cost of electric is only about $70, while a mechanical movement will be approximately $1,000 to $2,000. The inside of my grandfather clock consists of the dial, and attached to the dial is the clock movement, as shown here. Clock movement has its various melodies to be played, the volume control, the sleep switch, and so forth. And it also has the loudspeaker. This movement I got from Clock Kit. The pendulum electrical movements have a pendulum that goes up to about 20 inches. I needed one that was larger than 20 inches, so I had to purchase this other pendulum movement separately. And this one here is approximately 4 foot long, and it also can tolerate a larger pendulum, as you see right here. The simulated weights here are actual shells for a mechanical movement, but without the weights in them. The tubular chimes in the back were just brass tubing that I got from a scrapyard. I'll show you what this sound sounds like. The exterior of the clock is made from walnut. The clock has carvings on the top crown, as you see. And these carvings were achieved by using a router with a very sharp bit, where I outlined with the router along these edges here. Then afterwards I used a flat chisel to take away the excess wood right here. Then after that I used a Dremel drum sander, about a 1/2 inch diameter drum sander, to smooth down the surfaces right here. And then after that you have to use, I used hand sanding from about 60 grit all the way up to a couple hundred grit. And then after that I used steel wool, up to the finest steel wool, and keep on using the steel. I kept on using the steel wool until the wood was shiny. The finish on a clock is what I call an open pore finish. There's no varnish or lacquer used on the finish. Basically, I just use some oil finish made by Watco or Jasco, and after that was applied and dried for a day or so, I went back with the steel wool and shined it up again. And then I finished off the finish with a furniture wax, or a finishing wax that Mini Wax makes. The beveled glass right here was bought online, and I made it accommodate the clock.